We overcome adversity, vigor is more. And we don't make excuses, we man up and do more. We do the work for years, 100 plus wedding tears, we pay it forward. We consistent till we break down the wall. We only live by the hustle.
This is Samantha Thompson, Miss Lady Leo Films. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So check it out. We here. We here. This is I've been looking forward to this since I reached out to you, actually. I've been looking forward to this since our live conversation. Okay, since we had a chance to talk there. So let's just keep it G like that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna talk, get funky about it. I got my questions loaded. I got some questions that everybody want to know. First of all, Lick the Series is dope.
Thank you.
Okay. Lick the Series is dope. LS put me on and he said, yo, I got this girl. Shout out to LS. He was on here last week. I don't know if you got a chance to see that podcast yet. If you didn't, check it out.
I watched some of it. I didn't.
You watched some of it? Yeah. Appreciate that. That's my man. Like, a lot of people don't understand. We sandbox for real. Not play. You know what I mean? Sand, dirt, grit. We was in the dirt together in my front yard and his. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So I watched brothers be born. Like, I was there. Yeah, it's amazing. So beautiful family, man. Love that family, the Wynn family and all that. That's my people.
I'm trying to figure out where to look at. I don't know if I'm looking this way, that way.
No, you good. Listen, you looking right at you good. Like your view, you looking like the angle you at right here. This is perfect.
All right.
Okay, it's me because I get yelled at all the time because I know my eyes be everywhere. So I'm looking down. But my camera's up here. I know it, but it's just weird. So I'm figuring out. I'm not even. So once I get all I got people helping me with my setup. Once I get it Gucci, then I'll be all right. But listen, I don't procrastinate though. If I got a vision, if I got something that I want to do, I don't worry about being perfect. You know what I mean? I got perfect intent. What I'm saying? Right. So, and that's what I like about your hustle. So I've been putting people on the Lick the Series for, oh my God, since I first, like almost 2 years now. Yeah, definitely last year, but even I think it was maybe last year, was it that we met, or was it the year before? You want me to introduce myself? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll tell you. Like I said, we were just talking. Go ahead. Set me straight. Let's go. Introduce yourself, Samantha. Go ahead, man. What's up?
I'm Samantha Thompson, aka Miss Lady Leo Films from Yonkers, New York, and I'm a screenplay writer, director, producer, cinematographer, editor. I'm an actress. I'm a mother first. I'm a woman of God.
Oh, come on now.
And yeah, that's what
I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You her. You Haritha. Let's go. I like it. Yeah, listen, that's dope. Out of you wear a lot of hats. That's a lot. You said a lot right there. That's amazing in its own right. And it sounds like that can be a burden too. That's a lot you got going on in so many things. Yeah. I can understand that.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, because you said the thing that really stuck out to me, what you just said, was two things you said. You said you was a mother first, and you said you're a woman of God.
Yes.
Is you being a mother and a woman of God, is that what sustains you to wear all those hats? Like, how does that come into play? It does. You talk about that a little bit, about the motivation, that your daughter provides.
I have more than a daughter.
Oh, you do? Oh, I'm sorry. How many children you got?
I have 3 children. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. Oh,
okay. Yeah. 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters and 1 son too. That's amazing. So in my order, my son is the oldest. He the big head, and then I got two young ladies behind him. Okay. How about what's yours? What's your setup?
My 2 daughters are older, and then my son is the youngest.
Oh, he the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna be a problem. I'm the baby of my family.
He already a problem.
I'm the problem. I was the problem. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Ma, I love you, Ma. I appreciate you love me and never giving up on me, man. Real talk. That's awesome. 3 beautiful babies. That's all right. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight now. So you're a mother of 3, and you're able to do what you do? Talk about it. Come on. How you do this? That must be where the woman of God come in at.
Well, I've always been an independent woman, but my two daughters, my oldest daughter, she's 23. My middle
Okay.
child, she's 19, and then my
Okay.
baby, he's 11. So, my oldest daughter, she helps out a lot. So,
Mm,
and they both, let me say that, they both help out, but my oldest helps out more. And
right.
so I'm able to do what I do because of the
No,
help
that's a
I get
blessing.
from my daughters. Um,
Yeah.
but my kids motivate me because the thing is this, I want to be able to leave something for my children when I'm no longer here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So definitely struggled a lot. This life hasn't been easy.
That's
So
right.
I just know that I have this passion and I believe my faith is strong that God has something planned for my life. He didn't give me this gift for no reason. So that's why I
Right.
just go hard. And my children, like I said, they motivate me to go harder because I know what I want to leave for them. And even
Right.
before I leave something, I want to be able to give them something while I'm here,
That's
whether
right.
I get the mansion or maybe not the mansion, but a house, for
Right.
us and just
Right.
something I always dreamed of, having a big house with a backyard, stuff like
Nice.
that, the pool,
Nice.
you know, um, set my son up so he'd be straight for college
Right.
and he don't have to have these loans and stuff that we
Talk
going
about
through
it.
now. You know
Talk
what I'm
about it.
saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, my kids are definitely my motivation. And then the woman of God part, just being spiritual, I wasn't always. Well, let me
Right.
rephrase that. I think I was. I believe I
Okay.
always was. It's just that I wasn't, at a young age, my mom and my pops, they had me in church, but I
Okay.
was young. I used to go to sleep. All I remember is, we used to eat like twice and go visit other churches. And I know I
Oh,
used to
okay.
be, and I know I used to be in a play like around Christmas time. But you
Oh, wait,
know,
hold on. Don't bypass that. So how
mhm,
old were you when you first was in your first play? How old were you?
it was in church, so I'm not sure. But I
Right.
think I was like probably around. And my mother, she'll correct me when she see this. I think I was around like 5 and 6 when I was in church.
Okay. Okay. And now like so then at that time, did you already know that this is something that you had a passion for?
Um,
Acting at least, or it's something within the
I'm
theater
not
or
gonna
drama?
say that I knew, but I knew that not that I knew. I used to have my dolls and stuff and I used to just pretend like that like basically I was telling stories with my dolls, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
And um, as time progressed, I started to see, I got a I got a talent, I got a gift, for storytelling and later on, maybe around like 11, 12, that's when I was writing poetry and I used to write
Okay.
rhymes and
Oh, you a spitter too? I knew you was a spitter. I
and I
knew you was a spitter. You can't be from Yonkers playing all that Jada from that hood. You can't be without being able to spit a bar too, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
I could do a little thing. But from those two things, you know, I realized like I got something. I'm good with storytelling. And
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Look, that's amazing. When you say that, it really paints a big picture here because with the roots of being like your family, having a spiritual, my family's the same way. They were so spiritual, God fearing people, and they drug us through church all the time. Now, me personally, I can't stand church. You know what I mean? I can't stand nothing about church, Christianity, all that nonsense. And guess what? I went today with my grandbaby because I want them to have a solid foundation. Because it's not
right.
about what I like and my preferences. It's just things
Mm-hmm.
that need to be taught and they need to experience for
Mm-hmm.
themselves. And what I try to do now myself is I really try to share my experience with God with them
Mm-hmm.
versus the TV version. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So that's dope. That's really dope. So what was the first time somebody ever said, "Yo, Samantha, you got a skill," Oh, that's amazing. Like, what was that moment like what age were you? Do you remember? Was it whether it was the poetry or something you wrote, a rhyme, or when was it where you was like, oh, I'm good? When did that happen?
But the poetry, I just knew. I used to write poems for my little boyfriends and stuff.
Okay.
So I knew my poems was dope. But the rapping part, again, I knew that my stuff was fire, but I
Okay.
would record myself, and then go outside with my Panasonic radio. And in School Street, home of the Brave, that's where I grew up at. My project,
Word. Salute.
we have this thing that's called the flagpole, and everybody used to hang around the flagpole. So I would go to the flagpole, play my music, for them, for the guys, and the guys they told me that I was fire.
Nice.
So I'm like, oh, all right. And then like one of the OGs, shout out to Be White, he really, really believed in me so much because he used to try to get me studio time and stuff. And one time he did, and this is
Okay.
before, I don't want to say before Rough Riders was Rough Riders because it was Rough Riders. I just was young and I didn't know, but
Right.
he brought me over there to Swiss, and Swiss
Nice.
Swiss didn't say nothing. Swiss didn't even say hi. Okay, Swiss just sat there like he pressed the thing to turn the music on, and he sat like this, and his face he had that,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't know what's his
Yeah.
problem, but I'm not saying a word because he
Oh
scared
wow.
me. Like I did not rap one bar, and that was it. But it didn't discourage me from writing because I kept writing. But
Right.
I was like, I could have been the first lady of Rough Riders, but that wasn't God's
Yeah.
plan for me. So I'm
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
with it.
That's interesting that you even said that because a lot of people would hold on to moments like that with some type of bitterness or regret. And you said something very powerful. That wasn't God's plan, and
Mm-hmm.
you okay, and then you smile. So I know this like that's dope. Like it's so refreshing to see somebody or to talk to somebody who really know their purpose and who they are or discovering who they are
Mm-hmm.
at a time and day that we live in today, because so many
Right.
people seem like they're trying to be everybody else. You know what I mean? And you're literally working it out. And I caught you on the live just briefly a few days ago, and you was saying you was hinting, teasing possibly another project. I'm not jumping way over there,
It's
but
okay.
what I want to ask is how often, like with all the stuff you going on, how often do you just write just because you enjoy writing stories and things? How often do you do that?
I write all the time. So
Nonstop.
in between, like, so the thing is this, in the way I write is just, it may be different. Some people
Okay.
that watch this that's writers may can relate because it could be in the midnight hour that I might just wake up out of my sleep and a
Okay.
thought, comes to my mind and I'll start writing or typing.
Right.
um,
Yeah.
or it may be something that I already started writing and I like again, I get out of my sleep and I wake up out of my sleep and I just go into my app and start writing.
Word.
And so I'm always writing. Like even early I was writing,
Right.
you know.
Okay. That's so earlier today you was writing. That's what you was
Hmm.
doing. That's wow. That's amazing because I used to dabble in, a little music, you know what I'm saying, and write
Okay.
a little something. And it's very hard to get away from once you're the type of person who do that.
Hmm.
And you seem like a type of person who loves to create. I feel like when you're a writer, I think that's one of the most amazing things because writers make the world go round.
Right.
Like everything that we see, touch and stuff started in somebody's mind, and then they put that to paper.
That's right.
That's powerful,
That's
you know.
right.
And pivoting back to like the series because I just don't want to skip over that because a lot of people because they have preconceptions and they don't really expand their mind on things and say, oh well, this is on YouTube and then oh this is on Tubi. They want to put some kind of stigmas and all these things to
Uh-huh.
it, but they miss so much by doing this. That series, I'm watching it, right?
Hmm.
I'm watching the relationship with these young ladies,
Hmm.
and these young ladies, like, they really got each other's back. And but here's what something I don't know if you meant this, but this is what I got out of it. They all accept each other as they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's rare. Like they really accept. Like
It's
nobody.
very rare.
That's very rare, and I picked up on that, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this connection that they have is a dope connection. Like I hope people are seeing this, and then they're risking it all for it.
We ain't gonna give it all away because some people
Yeah,
didn't
but
see
you
it,
know what I'm
but
saying. So
yeah.
I'm just like, that's why I'm like, you got to watch this. You know what I mean? This is a dope series. I can't wait for 2 to come out. So okay, I'm gonna hit something. What are some of the current projects right now that you're working on? Like, what do you got in the pipeline right now that we can get excited about?
We just wrapped up our feature, Chris Mess. Chris
Oh,
Mess is a
Chris,
feature
Chris
film.
Mess. That now
Chris Mess.
that title is okay. Talk to me. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Chris Mess is basically about a wealthy family, a wealthy couple, should I say, a wealthy couple who invites their family, both sides, the husband side, the wife side, over
Okay.
for the Christmas weekend. And
Okay.
the the mother of the husband and the mother of the wife, they don't get along, so it's a bunch of
Okay.
mess.
Okay.
There's a sister that's a mess. I actually play that sister. Um,
Okay.
play the role of the
Okay. So we
sister.
get this. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so synopsis is a wealthy couple who invites their family over to for Christmas weekend. Two uninvited guests show up and all hell breaks loose.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And when can we expect this to drop, sis? What's going on?
Sometime this year,
Okay.
leaning towards the end of the year for
Okay.
around the holidays.
Will it be able to make it out before Christmas actually hits, or
That's the plan. I don't want to. At first, I was like, oh, I want to put it out on Christmas Day, and then my son was like, oh, you shouldn't do it on Christmas Day. People are gonna be with their family, and I'm like, yeah, so they can watch it. But then I thought about it, let it marinate what he said to me, and I said, you know, it doesn't make sense, maybe. And I thought about us, how we like usually it's like around like the end of October, beginning of November, where we start watching Christmas movies. You know what
right?
I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. 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 Right.
Thanksgiving, we're watching Christmas movies.
That's a
So I
fact.
said,
Yes.
you know what? That makes sense. So I'm
That's a
leaning
fact.
on there. But there's a lot of different things I want to do. I want to have a screening. I want to have a red carpet. You know,
Mm,
I want to have a
I
screening
need
at a movie
tickets.
theater. So
I need tickets to the screening. I'm definitely gonna get up to one of the
got
events
you.
that you got going on. Me and the missus, we're gonna come up there. We're gonna show faces some love. Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, and just to pivot for a second, man. Cause I don't know, cause I know how it is being an entrepreneur, having a vision, doing things on your own, and just watching your work ethic. Okay, it inspires me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to give flowers when flowers is due, and it's just when I see certain people who have it, I
Mm-hmm.
can't describe how it is. I just see it. It just inspires me to say, "Hey, get off your ass, bro. Do what you need to do." I watch you pushing, constant content, quality content, staying in the mix, engaging with your people, right? This project, that project, never like you could tell you believe in what you're doing. And it's so easy to get behind somebody like that because you know they're not playing with this thing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
salute to you for that tenacity,
Thank
for
you.
hanging on, for not giving up, regardless. Because I know with those different challenges, those burdens and stuff, it's hard. And growing up in a place like Yonkers, I can only imagine the things that you've seen and things that you've experienced as a woman. What are some of those experiences that shaped your storytelling to this point? Is there anything you could share that maybe it might not even been the most pleasant thing, but something you endured and overcame to be like, I get to get this out with my pen. Is there anything like that you can think of that you don't
I
mind
mean,
sharing?
everything.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
everything I seen. Like you just said, like growing up in the projects, just growing up in Yonkers. Period. I seen a lot. Growing up in Yonkers, in School Street. Um, I lived in few other places, Riverdale. My first apartment was on Summit off of Ashburton. So I just seen a lot. I seen the drug dealing. I was a drug dealer, you know. I seen that fiends, of course, right?
Right.
Um, seen people
And
get
all this.
stabbed,
Come
shot,
on now.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a lot of friends
Yeah.
to gun violence.
Yeah.
You know, I lost one of my friends to a car accident, a very bad car accident. You
Sorry to hear
know,
that.
so it's
Yeah.
different things. I seen my mom get abused by my dad. I seen my mom get
Mm.
abused by other men. You
Come
know,
on now.
so it's so many things. And then just like again, living in the projects, it didn't have to go on in my home, but I used to be in other people's homes, so I seen different things. You know,
Mm.
when I was
Yeah.
outside, I just seen different things. Hanging with the guys, I seen different things. You know,
Right.
so
Right.
all my experience, whether it was me that went through it, or it's just, or my mama went through it, or somebody I knew went through it, all of those things, you know, they
Shape.
they shape and have they play a big role in when I write, you know, because
Right.
like I tell people, some things may be a little exaggerated because as a writer, we do exaggerate sometimes
Right. Right.
because
Right.
you know sometimes you gotta be careful. You don't want people to be like, oh, she talking about me or my story, and
Yeah.
I'm a sewer now, you know. So we gotta
Right.
be a little
Right.
careful. You gotta exaggerate
Right.
a little bit, and um, but for the most part, like I tell everybody, I said all my writing it has a piece of me. All my projects has a piece of me, and all my projects have something that I either went through or I experienced, which is the same thing, or
Right.
I saw
Right.
happen.
Right. That's powerful as a writer and an artist. That's what I would say, that you are an artist. Um, it comes through our life experiences.
Yeah,
So and you can tell the authentic. The one thing, and I guess when people will watch Lick the series and the future projects you have, and let's not sleep either on you, because from you discussing Christmas and Lick the series is two different worlds.
yeah.
That's two different worlds. So your range is already crazy. You know what I mean? So so let's not miss that. Okay, that's
So I
dope. Okay.
wanted to do that. I wanted to I just spoke about this yesterday because I was looking to get help, which I'm still looking to get help. But
Okay.
and I had met this DP and he was like, I would love to work with you. He was like, but I'm gonna have to decline because your series has a lot of guns, you know, gun violence in it. Pardon me. And at first I was a little discouraged. I was mad. I was angry because I'm like, what he mean? Like I'm like,
Right.
when that's all I see when I look at TV, et cetera, et
Right.
cetera. Then I was like, not so much that's all I see, but I see that's what people like. Let me say that. So
Okay.
I sat back and thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Take that as motivation and show the world what else you could do.
Mm.
Because
Okay.
Samantha is not just ghetto hood. I don't even consider myself to be ghetto. Maybe a little hood,
Right.
but
Right.
um, I'm very versatile and I could do a lot. So I wanted to show the world that. And like before Christmas, I wrote The Lost Cabin, the couples retreat, and we filmed it. It's just not out yet, but it's coming
Right.
soon.
I've been waiting on that too.
Hmm
That looks spicy. I'm gonna
And
call that spicy. Yeah.
that's
But
another one that
yeah.
is showing, you know, that no,
Range.
I'm in different,
Range.
yeah, range. I'm not. I could get away from the urban stuff.
Right.
I could get away from the
Right.
urban
Right.
stuff and do
Right.
some
Right.
drama, thrillers, or horror.
Right.
One day I might do a love story. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
never know.
yeah, yeah. That's dope. Listen. There's nothing wrong with that. What I would say too, I like how you pivoted on that and you took it as motivation to extend your range, just to show like, hey, listen, I'm not one dimensional. Yeah, I'm here. But I think people from the hood have a super advantage over the rest of the world, because when you're from the hood, you know. this is your reality, but you have to live and work and do things outside of that as well, where you have to learn how to adapt and do other things, where other people outside the hood don't have a reason to come to the hood, and they can't come in and survive and do anything. Most of us who are from the hood, our advantage is more than people even realize, because not only do we have to survive here, we have to come out of here to go survive in the other world,
Right.
where people from the other world don't dare to come where we are. They don't have the understanding. And then there's people in the other world. I be tripping. I be at work, and these people be talking to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just listening to them, and they really think they like pulling the wool over your eyes with their intent and this, hiding behind professionalism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just be like, wow, like, woo, boy, y'all really slow. Y'all have no idea of what
No
reality is for
idea
me.
whatsoever.
Yeah, so that's dope. So that's why you have a fair, and that's why I don't think I'm not saying you are getting away from it, but I think you never should get away from it, because those stories need to be told and grow. You know what I mean? Like developing characters in that space and seeing them grow and change throughout the different series and stuff,
Right.
because that's the natural progression of life anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to leave it as oh, you're just this, you shoot them up, bang bang, whatever. Take that character and show their range.
That's
as
why
they
they gotta
mature.
stay tuned. Like, just stay tuned, because
Come on now.
I'm doing a season 3 of Lake the series, and
Okay.
it's definitely, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be some stuff in there. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be some powerful messages there. You know.
Nice.
But at the end of the day, the critics, people, people gonna be people at the end of the day. You know, everything is not for everyone, so I don't
This is
expect
true.
everyone to, like, lick the series, for example. I don't expect
Right.
everybody. Even when I drop Christmas, some people might not like that,
Right.
but it's it's a there's the word I'm looking for. I'm just gonna say people. There's people that's
Right.
going to like this. There's people
Right.
that's gonna like that, and
Right.
that's
No,
who
you're right.
watches.
Like a group. No, that's a fact. There's an audience for everything. There's an
There you go.
audience for
I don't know
everything.
why I couldn't get audience out of my mouth. There's an audience for everything. So and that's the thing I love about what I'm doing. I'm actually giving every audience,
Right.
a movie, something
Yeah.
that they can enjoy.
That's dope, and that's how powerful that range is when you have range
Hmm.
like that. So now, speaking of you said about things developing in like the season 3. When we gonna get a chance to see season 2? Am I missing
Season 2
something?
is dropping soon. You know,
Come on, man.
I don't have a date. I would like to
Okay.
drop it soon.
Right.
I was gonna drop like 2 episodes, but so in this industry that I'm in, you know, it's it can be fun, but it also can be a bit rough. Okay, it
Okay.
can be rough. So I'm gonna just say this, it's a lot of evil in the world. There's
Yeah.
a lot of evil in the world, so I gotta cover my behind as far as paperwork and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's a few kinks that I gotta, get
Right.
together. I'm waiting
Got you.
for certain people to fill out these documents.
Got you.
So
Got you. The
because I gotta
logistics,
cover
everything.
me.
Right.
I
Right.
gotta
Right.
cover
No,
my
that's a
behind
fact.
because see, people see you going somewhere. Sometimes people see where you're going before you see it, and
That's Yes.
and people will try to like sabotage you or what you got going on because, but for whatever reason, like I
Right.
really can't speak on people, and I'm right now where I'm at. I'm done with trying to understand folks.
Okay. Say that again. Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not trying to understand them. I just know that they are not happy,
Right.
and so when you're not happy, you try to, they say misery loves company.
Right.
So
Right.
say all that to say, Lick the Series 2 will be out soon once I have these
Once
documents,
it, yeah.
and
Okay.
so I can
No,
cover
that's
my
dope.
behind.
That's dope. So the one thing that I'm gonna pivot back to something that just came to my mind when you were saying that, right? Because of the industry that you're in and you navigating through it. First of all, you're navigating through it as a G because you done experienced some things and you survived, and now you're creating things to share to the world through that survival. One thing, it's just I've been meditating on this for a few days now, just reflecting on past traumas and hard times and everything, and very like a very quiet voice said to me, the rain brings flowers.
Yes.
um, so you got flowers growing right now and sprouting all over the place, from all that rain.
Yes.
That's dope. See what I'm saying? And when you're a woman of God, like you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
when you're a woman of God, you're creating in God's image, and God is a creator, and you're living out your purpose. You're creating as God creates, which is amazing. You know what I mean? So that's amazing in itself. So one thing that I believe in is that you do have the dominion, and that was our charge, to have dominion over the earth and to be fruitful and to multiply. And
Yeah.
you're doing that. You're doing that. You're stepping into spaces that people would not expect this little brown girl from Yonkers, New York projects to step into. So
Yeah.
that's you having dominion as you stepping through these things. And no matter what you've been through before, the horizon is going to be so great. I could just see this for you. This is dope. Listen, I'm glad I'm hitched to this wagon, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm flying out to LA one day. Like, hey, I'm coming to the premiere, sis. Where my seats? Huh? Yeah, that's dope. That's amazing. Listen, I love what you got going on. I'm serious. It's just amazing. So let me ask you this: when was the last time? Okay, the song, is that you on the song for Lick the Series? Is
No.
that you? Oh, that's not you. Okay, who's
Amber
that spinning?
Janai. Shout out to Amber Janai.
Woo! Yo,
That's my
see,
girl,
that
Amber
joint, I'm like,
Janai.
I'm like, yo, she killing it. That joint, that's a hard joint. I like that. I like that.
She took her time with it. Like, I really appreciate her. And shout out to Big Man Productions, because he's a producer, and that's his beat. He
Nice.
gave me the beat. I hit
That's a
Amber
hard
up,
joint.
asked her if she'll do the track for me, and she said yes. She did it. She did a thing on it, and yeah, salute to Amber Janai.
That's a hard joint. So let me ask you this. So now we talked about some of the challenging things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some of the relationship with some of these actresses and actors that you've been working with now, with the Lick the series, Christmas, and the cabin, all these different things, and how some of these people have inspired you, or you inspired them to step out of their comfort zones, because you are a director. So I'm imagining you got to pull things out of people that they probably didn't even know they had in them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that process. How when you're on set, how you directing, and what it takes to really get the most out of your supporting cast and the vision, to make the vision come to be what we see, on the screen.
So I wanted to just point out one thing. Every cast that I work with is different, so I
Okay.
gotta say that.
Okay.
Um, so like with Lick the series, um, and I can even go back to Life Over Death too, my first project, but um, those two projects, it was, I had a lot of new talent that, it was their first time. So on set, even before we get on set though, pre-production, doing the table reads, because I would do table reads weekly, and
Okay.
if the talent is not delivering the lines or portraying the lines, the character the way I want them to or how I see it, I'm saying stop, and
Right.
gotta do, or I'm just letting them know how they should be saying
Right.
something or whatever. Um, and it's the same on set. If he's not delivering it right, cut.
Right.
I don't care how
Right.
many times, because we be on take 55 for all I care. We be there all
Right.
night because we not
Right.
gonna move on until I get what I want. You know.
That's that's tough. And that has to be a tough situation to be in when you're doing that, because I'm sure some of these people think that they just the cat's meow and they just doing the best that they can, right? And
Yeah,
you still pulling.
you know, for the most part, I have to say that, you know, people, the cast, they respect it, you know, but
Okay.
human beings, right? So you get the
Right.
attitudes and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something. I get the best stuff out of some of the talent when I get frustrated with them, and I'm like going off, and I'm like, hey, you keep doing it like this, and I told you to do it like this. Now they get mad at me, so now we do it another taking. But guess what?
They
They
got
bring
it.
it because they upset and they do it. So it's crazy. Got to go there, but
Right.
I've seen it. Um, but like I said, but most of the time, you know, I could say, hey, cut, tell the talent how it's supposed to be done, and they might think, oh, because sometimes, you know, nerves get in the middle of things, and people think that they're doing it right because in their mind they have a vision of how they should be doing it, and they
Right.
think they're doing it right, but it's not your vision, it's mine, and that's not how I want it done. And
Right.
so they'll see. I'll have to point out, like, no, you didn't give it enough attitude, or no,
Yeah.
you didn't hold that thing right. I don't want,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
maybe sometimes I got to play it back for them to look at it, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I see," and then we get right back to it. You know?
You
So,
you just said something interesting that I've never even considered this, even though you see interviews and you watch movies and stuff. You said they're seeing it by their vision, but they're not seeing it by your vision. And in their vision, they think they nailed it. That's now so that just took directing for me to a whole other level. Because you
mhm.
literally are trying to get these group of people to see through your eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's powerful. And then you put it, then you make it happen.
Hmm.
That's amazing, man. That's dope. Challenging, not my bag of tea. You know what I mean? You can't get me to do.
It can
I ain't
be
gonna stress
challenging
with these
because
folks.
that's the main thing I want people to know. And usually it's not the seasoned talent that don't get that. It be the newbies. It's the newcomers, the
Okay,
upcoming
okay,
actors that they don't understand. So I recommend acting classes. You know, everybody don't need it, and
right,
some directors might kill me for saying that, but I just feel like some people don't need it because some people naturally have it, and then people there's some people that take they're passionate about acting, right?
right,
And they
right,
take it
right.
so serious that they will like join webinars and workshops and different things like that where they're
Mm,
saving from going to
right,
acting school, but
right,
that's just because they're so passionate about it. And then
right,
on the flip side of it is that they're so passionate about it that they're gonna see the director's vision, they're gonna understand it, and even if they don't see it that clearly, but they're gonna take the director's they're gonna
critique,
accept the critique,
right,
you know, the constructive criticism,
right.
and they gonna get to work, you know.
You know what? It blows my mind because you got me right now thinking of people like that we celebrate. Like, let's take Denzel Washington, right? Great actor,
Who
right?
still goes to acting school.
Who still goes to acting school. And this man, we look at him and be like, oh, wow, Denzel did this and that. But there was a director that got the most out of his potential in everything that he's ever did. What directors do you follow that inspire you? Who are those directors and producers that you follow and be like, yo, I want to be that level of being able to move and move people
Tyler
and tell
Perry
my
and 50
story.
Cent.
Really? Okay. Okay. Now, like, so with
And I
Tyler
follow
Perry, let's
other ones, but those are the two. Those are my main
okay, let's
two.
start with Tyler Perry though. What
Hmm.
like what was the first like the most impactful I would say project that you seen of Tyler Perry that you was just blown away like yeah this
Oh
man.
man.
I know it's a lot because he got a
Yeah,
lot out
and
there.
that's it's you know because I'm not just inspired, I'm a fan as well. So I love everything. There's not There's not one project that I'm like, oh, that could have been better, or
Okay.
I love them all. Um,
Okay.
if I have to name one, oh man,
One that like made it really punch you in the gut, like, yo, this film right here. I'm gonna tell you, for me, the Tyler Perry film that really got me was Daddy's Girl.
that's one of my that one. And I think he did the oh Tyler, don't get me, Four Color Girls.
Okay. Did he do that? He
I
did that?
believe he did.
Okay. Okay. So that's so, and what about, now you mentioned 50 Cent too. So with the Power series and everything, what was it? What did he actually, he directed or produced the Power series? You would know more than
He's
oh,
executive producer.
executive producer. Okay. So
He
that's, and now
don't. He doesn't write.
he does. Okay. Okay. But looking at that Power series and everything that stemmed from that, it created such an atmosphere and universe. But out of all of that, what really got me was the Raising Canaan. That series
Hmm.
right there was just so my time. You know what I mean? And the authenticity of it, was just like, wow. Like they did a great. That was a really good one. So yeah,
Yeah.
50. Shout out to 50, man, because for
So
anybody who,
he like I said, he don't write. He doesn't write, but he's like executive producer, and I don't even gonna give it away.
okay,
If
okay,
people want to
okay,
know what an executive producer is, go look it up.
okay,
Um,
okay,
but
okay.
he what I love about 50 Cent is I love his work ethic. Like I love his work ethic. I love the
Okay.
way that man that man, I don't care. He gonna get to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care what it is. He's gonna get to it. He knows how to get to it. Um, he's a businessman. He's a
Yeah,
businessman, and I
absolutely.
just like the way he makes his moves. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's
Very
very
strategic and
inspiring to
every.
me. He a Cancer. I'm a Leo, but we have some similarities, and and I just be like, one day I gotta meet him. He gonna love me. I'm like,
That's
because
dope.
just the way he is, he does. He seems like he don't play, but he cool.
Right.
Um, but his work
Work
ethics
ethic.
is what really inspires me. And I'd be like, look,
That's dope.
I don't care what people be trying to stop him, and whether it's stars, whatever the deals they be having. I'm like, but look, he still keep going. He gonna find
Yeah.
something else to do. He gonna oh, we gonna do this mob movie. We gonna do
Right.
this, and then he's still acting in the midst of all of this
Right.
too.
Right.
And then he
He's
got
a
his
good actor
liquor,
too. He
like
he's a
he
good.
did that
Yeah.
world
Yeah.
tour. Like that man
That's
don't
dope.
stop. And as you look at me, this woman does not stop, and I'm not stopping.
That's dope. That's dope to have people that like I said, like you did the same for me. Like just watching you, just I think a lot of times we miss what we supposed to have out of community.
Mm-hmm.
We all have different gifts and talents, but we all also have the same journey of life that we're living, even
Mm-hmm.
though it's different roads and paths. And if we can learn to, learn from each other and stop, criticizing and judging and hating on each other. But if we
Mm-hmm.
can actually learn to stand together as folks, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we can build a universe that they've never seen before.
It
You
would be
know?
it would be so amazing. It would
Yeah,
be
it
so
will.
amazing. We would take over.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's sad though. The thing is, it's a lot of competing against one another, scared that this brother or this sister going to pass you.
right, right.
When at the end of the day, it's enough money out here for everyone.
Ton of money.
It's enough money for out here for everyone.
Hmm.
We like you say you are cinematographer. I'm a director. I'm a writer. He's a producer.
Hmm.
She know how to do lighting. He
Right.
know how to do sound.
Come on now.
Why we not just coming together to create this these beautiful
Right,
projects?
right.
No, because you want to get paid.
Hmm.
This one not reliable. or just, oh, nah, I ain't doing that. Well, it be so many different things, but then people will say how much they really love this or how much they love that, but you got an opportunity to come together and create and create. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect because I always say, just like a relationship, whether it's a husband and wife, nothing's perfect, right? You gonna argue, you might. I'm not gonna say fight because if anything ever gets physical, then it ain't right. But you're gonna argue. You're gonna have disagreements.
That's right.
That's natural.
That's right.
But we should be able to come together and work without people feeling like, oh, nah, I ain't. And they don't say it out loud, but actions speak louder than words. Like, I ain't gonna keep helping her or him.
Say it again for the people in the cheap seats.
You know, I ain't gonna keep helping. Or they'll help up to a certain point, like, oh, now she getting all that shine. Oh, they keep interviewing her. All right, I ain't about to help her no more.
Right.
You just see people just slip away. Like, why?
Right.
Why are we like that? And I say we, but I'm not like that.
No, I got you. No, I understand. I think it's motive is everything. You know what I mean? Like what let's just pivot to like relationships because you use the marriage as a comparison, right? So most people jump into relationships for selfish reasons. They want somebody else to make them happy. It's just never going to happen. I've been married since 1999. Your spouse can't make you happy. You have to be happy and have joy within yourself. Okay, like I tried to find it in so many different things. I done smoked it all. I done drunk it all. I might have snorted a little bit too. But I was looking for something, and then when I try to put those burdens on my wife, there's no way she couldn't live up to it. She could not sustain what I needed. You know what I mean? The same way I couldn't sustain what she needed is that aspect. We had to learn how to be whole within ourselves.
Right.
And once we got to that point, then we started being able to complement each other instead of codepend on each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a and I try to teach that to my children. Like, be complete in yourself. Don't look for something outside of you to complete you.
That's right. That's why I teach my son right now.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. It's hard because we're in a society where everything is bombarded towards satisfying your, that craving, that thing that you think you're missing. And they target it so hard because they profit off of. You know what I mean? People, it comes down even to food. Let's just take the food industry. I know I'm going on my little rant. I go on a soapbox every once in a while. But when you see commercials, fast food commercials and all that stuff, they bombard you all the time. Boom, 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 fast food, burgers, this, da, 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 da. Right. And none of that stuff is meant for your body. But we eat this every day because it's always in our face and we're trying to get satisfied. They don't make profit off of responsible people. The alcohol companies, they don't make profit off of responsible drinkers. But they tell you, drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
But they associate drinking with all the good times. So now you think you can't have a good time without a drink.
Right.
That's crazy. You absolutely can have an amazing time without a drink. I've had tons of them. I didn't know that though for a long time.
When I stopped drinking, and I had stopped drinking for a while, and I was still having fun. And people were like, "What's wrong with you?" No, I'm happy off of life,
Right. Isn't that wild? That and I've experienced the same thing. I could be at a party, a club, and everything. They're like, "Wait, how's this man having such a good time and he ain't drinking?" And they just be blown away. I'm like, dude, there's a thing called life, right?
The people,
that's funny.
It's mind over matter. And people put things in their mind, Well, I don't care if somebody said, oh, you can't have fun, without being intoxicated.
Right.
People got to have their own mind,
That's a fact.
And
It's the
Yeah,
same with relationships, though. Some people, I'm telling you, I'll be looking at single people, and I'll be like, "Yo, why are you in such a rush to be with somebody when you got all this time to yourself to know you? You don't
yeah.
even know who to present to that person yet."
Some people have, and I know from speaking to people, let me just say it like that,
Okay.
that some people are scared to be alone. Some people don't know how to be alone. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
you'll have people that get out of a relationship, and then the next
Jump right in another one.
24,
Yeah,
you see them in another
that's wild.
relationship because
Yeah.
they're afraid to be alone. And all I be telling people like that, or what I will tell people like that, is that you have to give yourself time, because that relationship you probably was in, it might have been toxic, you
Right.
know. So
Right.
then you got to give yourself time to heal.
That's right.
There's no healing there. And so you're going to keep getting the same thing over and over and over. And you're going to keep bouncing from him to him to him, or her to her to her,
Right. Right. That's
because
right.
you're looking for something that you're never going to get because
No.
you haven't healed yet. You got to heal.
Come on, man.
You
You're
got to
talking
heal.
heavy now. You gotta heal. You gotta heal, and that's amazing too. And I think, like with you having an understanding of things like that, makes you the
It took
perfect
time.
candidate to. No, 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 definitely, definitely. But just it's not so much of being able like having it all together.
Right.
To me, it's the awareness of knowing
Awareness.
that
Yeah.
this is happening. So when I'm starting to, like, I'll give you this example. I really believe this. If you trigger my emotions in any way, what I've learned to do, I start looking within. Wait, what caused that in me
Mm-hmm.
to get this feeling? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, well, hold on, wait,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, 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 because I ain't into nobody controlling what I got going on. You ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
be, making me mad and all that. Nah, for what? No, 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 no,
Right.
no, 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 no. I don't let nobody take rent in my head. You know what I'm saying? I pay the price enough. You know what I mean? I'm only at war with one thing, and that's my mentality.
I'm working on it. I think I've been
That's
doing
right.
good lately.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
working on
that's all you can do. But when you're aware of it,
it. Mm-hmm.
then you have something to work on.
That's
And
right.
a wise person told me, a healthy you is a healthy business. So as an entrepreneur, you cannot have a healthy business if you're not healthy
If you're unhealthy,
mentally,
that's right.
spiritually, physically,
That's right.
because it's a reflection of you. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be motivated if you're not healthy. You're not going to be motivated to wake up and write. You're
Mm-hmm.
not going to be motivated to take care of the paperwork. You're not going to be motivated to make the phone calls and contact this one and that one. You're going to be dragging because you always this tired. I'm this, I'm that, and this and that. So even though we might will it for a little bit, the healthier you are, the better you are.
And it's funny that we speaking on that, because I had a moment where I was like that, and it was recent. It's not too long ago, and I was like that, where
Right,
I was just so unhealthy, and it was
right,
unhealthy mentally, you know.
right.
Um, and I was letting things take space. I was letting
Mm,
people anger me, you
come
know,
on now,
and
talk about it.
I was to the point where I would not open my laptop for nothing. I
Wow.
wasn't working on no editing. Only thing I was doing was showing up, whether it was Sunday, Tuesday, went, because I had all these projects going on. So I had these
Right.
days I had to do my table reads. But I'm showing up on these table reads, and guess what? The the cast not even recognizing, because people don't
Wow.
really pay attention. People don't really care, to pay attention.
Talk about it.
But I'm showing up to these table reads.
Mm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm tired, and I wear, like, sometimes you can see when I'm not right. My friend,
Right.
she can tell when I'm not right. My mother in
Right.
Christ could tell when I'm not right just by
Right.
looking at
Right.
me. But I can tell. So I'm coming
Right.
on this Google Meet. It's similar to how we're meeting today,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself, and underneath my eyes is black, but I'm
Right.
showing up because
Right.
I have to. But
Mm.
outside of that, I'm not touching no laptop. I'm on this couch, or I'm in my car sit in front of my apartment. I got a bottle,
Right.
and I'm just sitting
Right.
in my car
Right.
thinking, and but I
Trying to
wasn't
yeah,
helping.
processing, trying to get through it.
Trying to get through it,
Right.
trying to understand folks and why they
Mm-hmm.
moving, how they moving.
Come on
But
now.
where I'm at today, I said no more.
Come on now.
I
That's
actually
what I'm
posted
talking
a
about.
post on Facebook and then I screenshot and put in my story on Instagram. And I was saying, like, I said, I'm her.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I used to doubt her, but today no more doubt. I'm
Come on
really
now.
her and I'm about to show the world her.
Come on now.
Because I said, no more letting other people's misery,
Yeah.
negative vibes, energy
Yeah. Yeah.
take over, like take
Yeah.
control of me,
Yeah.
or distract me. No more.
Listen, one thing I've learned, and I shared this, man. Les was talking about this the other day.
Hmm.
Whatever doesn't work for you, it works on you.
Hmm.
Okay, either
Hmm.
for what it works on you. This is
Yeah,
all character. You couldn't be this Samantha without that Samantha.
that's right.
You know what I mean? And
Definitely
you
agree with
pivoted,
that.
and it's just gonna get better and better.
Hmm.
And look what you accomplished before you got to this version of you
Hmm.
through the grace of God.
You're the grace of
That's
God.
why, like, think about that's how you know. Like when I look at stories like this, because I call this like this is God's fault. You know what I mean? This is home of the comeback kids, and the reason why I built this platform is for people just like you, people
My
who
shirt
have
says,
what that say?
with,
God, look at that. Wait,
with
God, wait.
God, all things is possible.
Oh, I like that's dope. That ain't one of my shirts, Samantha. I might
No,
steal
it's not.
that.
No, it's not. But
I like that though.
I
That's
had to
hard. I
wear
like that.
this shirt today.
I love that. That's dope. The colors, I like the red. That's dope. That's dope.
Thank
I did
you.
when you first came on. I caught a glimpse of it. And I was like, "Wait, what's that?" But I
Uh-huh.
wasn't trying to violate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I said that's dope. But no, that's amazing. That's amazing but that's why the platform was created because see, you're doing something that the average person can't even do with no issues.
Right.
I don't think people get that.
Yeah, I don't think they
You
do.
overcoming the things that thing, you know what it like when I used to live in North Carolina. Shout out to my North Carolina family. Every time I get on, I shout you dudes out, man. Y'all better show me some love in the comments too. But my grandfather's a hard man. Oh, he's
Hmm.
still alive. Mean as a rattlesnake, right? I
Hmm.
hated this man when I was younger. Couldn't understand like how could somebody be so mean, man? And he was in the church and all this stuff.
Hmm.
But today, I appreciate him more than ever before because not only did he toughen me up for real,
Hmm.
he showed me that when you work hard through something, you build calluses, and once you build those calluses, the work isn't painful anymore. Meaning you built the tolerance for the pain
Right.
because life never stops giving you pain. So sometimes you might
Hmm.
get an uppercut and that uppercut feels like a flea now because you done already survived the death blow from last year.
Right.
You see what I mean?
I see
And
it.
that thing don't derail you no more because you got the calluses from
Hmm.
putting in the work. And a lot of people dodge the work.
They dodge the work.
You see what I mean? But everybody want the reward of the work.
Hmm.
Huh? I tell people all the time, you're right where you want to be right now. And they
Hmm.
be, nah, no, yeah, you are. Because you're not doing anything different to get out of there.
That's right.
So when I see somebody like you putting in that work, you can see the vision. You know, it's out. People, listen to me. You have to watch Lick the series to understand what I'm talking about with Samantha, this young lady, what she's put together already. And then you have to follow her on her socials too. Matter of fact, can you tell everybody how to find you and locate you, all your socials, so and then I'll make sure we'll put them on screen, so they can get it too on YouTube.
Okay. My Instagram is at ms dot. So that's Miss Lady Leo Film. And that's a S, not a Z at the end, because everybody say the way I talk. It sounds like
Right.
a Z. So Miss Lady Leo Films on Instagram. Facebook is Samantha Thompson. TikTok is Lady Leo Films. YouTube is Lady Leo Films TV. And that's
Okay.
all. I don't have a Twitter.
No,
Or
that's dope. No, that's dope, and we'll make sure we get those up for you, so they can follow you and follow this amazing movement and story. You know, but just knowing, like, because I know there's other people out there who come from where you come from
mm-hmm,
and have some of the challenges that you've had, and they're sitting around with dreams and visions that's God given, and they're
mm-hmm,
not moving because they don't think they can, or they're worthy, or
mm-hmm,
or or they can't get past how they process and deal with things. And
mm-hmm.
but you're a living example right now of somebody in action who's actually making their dreams come through because of everything they have been through, and that's amazing to me.
Thank
That's
you.
dope. That's
And
dope.
I want to
But
just tell the people whoever is at home, whoever's going to watch this interview, and if you one of those people that you have a dream and you've been sitting on your dream, one, understand that God gives us these gifts, right? And if we sit on our gifts, He'll take it away. He don't
mm,
give us gifts to sit on. We have to utilize them because He gave us these gifts for a reason, and we only here to to complete our assignment.
okay,
Once
talk
we
to him.
complete our assignment, we going up to yonder. Okay, so get off your behind
Mm,
and tap into it. Don't wait for money because a lot of
mm,
people think they need money. Just your I don't know whatever your gift is, your talent is, and you feel like you've been stuck because maybe finances. If it's finances that's holding you back, go to
mm.
YouTube University,
Come on now.
research whatever it is that you want to do. Because I'm gonna tell you something. YouTube gonna get you straight.
That's the
YouTube gonna
Hustlers
get you straight.
Network. Yeah,
So go right over to YouTube and figure it out. But don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, because we can do whatever we put our mind to. First of all,
that's right.
because
That's right.
God gave you it. God gave it to you. So if God gave you
Mm.
a gift, you're gonna be able to utilize that gift.
That's
So
that that makes a lot of sense to me, sis. That
yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Matter of fact, what was it? How do you get the funding? How do you get the funding for these projects? Now that you mentioned that,
I
because I
don't.
know
I
you
just
don't.
I use my own. I use whatever I have to
Right.
put towards it. I have been blessed. Like when was it? When I was about to film the Lost Cabin. Um, I did. I raised some money.
Okay.
About like $500, but it was something.
Right.
Um, and I would do these lives, fundraiser lives, and I have DJ Just Dave and one of my homies, Blue. He's a DJ, and they would come on and they would do their little sets, and LS
That's
would
dope.
come on as well, and they'll speak to. They would LS host a few of them, and
Nice.
they would talk. Their followers coming in, and we just
Right.
were doing a fundraiser. We stay on for a few hours and raise some money like that.
That's dope.
But outside of that, and then I had God sent me an angel. Um, Someone helped me out, from North
Right.
Carolina. I say that,
Nice.
and
Nice.
they helped me out.
Akalaki, baby. We in the
Yes,
building.
they helped me out with a few things. But outside of all of that, the most majority comes from me. And
Right.
and I'm not gonna lie though. I've been blessed to not have to really spend too much money because like with Lick the series, the first one, for
Right.
example, one of the cast members, she let me film in her home, you know.
That's big.
So
That's
I was
huge.
able to use a room, living room, make it look like it's different places. Um, and then when I did need a different location, it wasn't too crazy, so I could go in my pocket and get another Airbnb for the day.
Right.
Um, and then just knowing different areas or talking to people that knew people, they allowed me to use, like, whether it was a bar or a store.
Right,
Um,
right.
I go to Yonkers. I'm from Yonkers. I know it's a park right here or something right here. I'm gonna
Take
utilize it.
advantage
You
of
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you
they
know the
call that
area.
guerrilla style when you just going here and here and just filming. So yeah,
That's
um,
dope. Nah, that's resourceful though. That's that hustling you. And make it happen
mhm,
regardless of whatever the situation is. So as a matter of fact, with the what was it, the life over death. What,
mhm.
okay, talk to me about the challenges of that with filming that on the iPhone. How did that
So life over death. Life over death was cool. That was my first. That's my first baby. Um, so before we get to the cell phone, I was trying to get people to help me, but this is during, like, we locked down and stuff.
okay, okay.
Middle of the pandemic,
Right.
and people would want to charge me all this money, and I was laid off my job. I didn't have no money, so I knew someone that told me that they filmed their project with their phone. Long story short, I was like, man, that's what I'm gonna do because I don't have the money, you know.
Right.
So I bought. Oh, I raised money on there too because I did me like a GoFundMe, and I think
Yeah.
I raised like $400 through the GoFundMe, right?
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
So I bought
Yeah.
like little. I bought lights for the phone. I bought like the stabilizer for the phone. Basically, trying to build like a camera.
Right, right.
Um, but challenges, only challenges I could really say I went through is people again not understanding. Like, I cast people. We do these table reads every week. Now it's time to show up, and you don't show up. I had this one
Mm,
person that did that, like, and I think this was the first day of a set. So we on our way to set. We have a group chat. Everybody's saying they en route. This particular person saying that he's en route. We
right.
get there. Everybody else is there. I'm like, okay, contacted him. Now he's not answering his phone. One of my other cast members, she's like, I'll call him, from my phone. He don't know my number. He answers her, and she's like, yo, this is so and so. Where are you at? And he's acting like he don't know who she is.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
so I got upset. I snatched the phone. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know exactly who it is.
Right,
I'm like, you
right.
said you was supposed to be here. I'm like, that's really whack. And he just was acting like he didn't know even who I was.
Wow. Come on, man.
I
That's
was like,
that's
I said,
wild
you know
turkey.
what? You're done. You can never work with me. So I hope he's somewhere. I hope he sees this interview, and I hope that he's somewhere watching all the moves I'm making and just
Wow.
knowing that he missed this shit.
Yeah. That's listen, it's I don't know if people really understand how impactful your Lick the series is. They just don't, and that's why I want to do. I want you to have all the success in the world with this. Matter of fact, I love it so much. Right, I joined a Tubi group on Facebook,
I'm
and
like
I'm
in a
start. I'm
lot of those
spamming.
groups.
I'm spamming. I'm like, yo, y'all talking about this movie? No, y'all better watch Lick the series, nigga. Like this show was it.
That's
Like, but I
what
be
them
pushing it.
those Tubi, and I love my Detroit people, but those Tubi groups, they're like just honestly is a lot of Detroit like people,
Oh,
or
is it okay?
Detroit is like the people that are admins of it. So
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's because I'm in there, and I do
Nice.
get people that I do get some people that might repost us and stuff like
Right.
that, but yeah, they don't really be like showing me love over there in those groups.
That's
But
because they haven't seen. Listen, they haven't seen it. That's the thing. I don't went through it two almost three times now, just to put it on, just to have something on. Because every time I'm doing whatever, I have something on in the background
mm-hmm,
here and watch it. So when I think about it, I'm like, oh, okay, let me check this out, and I rehearse it and
uh-huh,
rehash stuff. I'm like, yeah, look at that. Like, oh, they crazy. I ain't see that before. I like when
uh-huh,
he did a good job. Oh, they really bust. I don't want to give away too
yeah,
much, but yeah.
yeah,
And I'm just like, oh, that's okay, okay, okay. Then you had, matter of fact, you had the boy Esso.
yeah.
Am I saying
Esso,
his
shout
name?
out to Esso and
Shout out to
Heineken.
Esso. Yeah, you had him in there. How did that come to being? How did that play out? What's that relationship like?
So me
And
and
could he maybe be in
Esso,
something else?
me me and Esso, we met up in Philly. We was a part of this project up in Philly, and that's how I
Okay.
met Esso.
Okay.
Um, and then we had a mutual friend, Dutchie, um, Dutch of Spade. I know.
Okay. Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
so it was so weird too because I called Dutchie because Dutchie from Philly. So I'm like, I'm out here in Philly, Dutch. I'm doing such and such, and he like, oh, word, where you at? I tell him where I'm at, and he's like, oh, I think my man Esso over there. I was like, well, which one is your man Esso? I said, cause I never heard the name Esso in there. They was
Right.
calling us by like the characters' names and stuff. So I'm like, which one is Esso? And he tried to describe him, and I'm like looking around. And Esso, the thing, mind you, this is still around COVID. Esso was
Right.
big on. He used to keep the mask on. He did
Yeah.
not
Not playing
play.
with it. Right. Right.
So
Right.
when he wasn't shooting, he would go outside into his car. So I happened to be I went outside to do something, probably just to step away to talk to Dutchie on the phone. And I'm like, I said, it's only one person that's giving me like this type of like, I don't, not nonchalant, but like laid back. I don't know. It was something about Esso. Like, so I was like, I said, do your friend got like a white nice car? So he was like, yeah. He was like, that's my man Esso. He's like, walk up to the car. I said, I ain't walking up to the car. I said, he looks mean as hell. I was like, I am not. He like, nah, he mad cool. I said, he doesn't look like it.
That's
He's
funny.
like, yo, just go tell him, pass him the phone or whatever. So I approached the car. He looking at me like I'm crazy, just like I felt that he was.
Right.
He knew
Right.
I
Right.
was with them, with
Right. Right.
them,
Right.
but
Right.
he
But
looked
like,
at,
what
he
you
gave
doing
me
over
that look.
here?
But what I know now is just Essa,
Right. Right.
but I didn't know that then. So he looked at me and I was like, Dutch want to speak to, no, I said, you Esso? And he like said, yeah. I said, well, Dutch wants you. So he looked at me. And I guess in his mind, he like, how she know Dutch? I don't know.
Right.
Never asked. But anyway, they talking. And I'm standing there by the car, right? Because I'm just standing there until he finished with my phone. So he
Right.
goes, yo, Dutch, I'm going to holler at you. She's standing here like something. He was like, I want her phone or something. I'm trying to keep her phone. And I'm like, no, I was just curious. So whatever. From that moment, we connected and stuff, and we end up following each other on Instagram. And I just was always supportive to him.
Right.
I seen some of the stuff that he was doing besides the acting thing, and I just used to
Right.
like, share his stuff in my story or whatever. And then one
Right.
day we were doing I think we had already started filming like the series, and I post some content, and he came under my post, and he was like, "Yo, if you ever need me to do a scene or make a cameo or something, I got you." And I said, "Of
Word.
course, why not?" You know.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And I just
Yeah.
jumped right on it,
I know
and I
that's
made
right.
it happen. And then he actually he loved it the first time he came, and he was like, "Let me know if you need me again." So
Yeah.
I hit him up, and I was like, "Yo, I got you," and I write Heineken too.
Right.
So I
Right.
wrote both of them
That's
in,
dope.
and they came back for that other episode that we did.
That's dope. That's dope. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just things like that happening. Now look at this. God, you just came outside and you just looking like what's going like this is it. This gotta be it. You felt the whole thing. You followed the energy and
So I'm like, he the
from
only one like giving me like he's some,
right,
and respectfully, like he was somebody, okay?
right,
Because he was
right,
out there with this nice car,
right,
and
right,
he in his car, wind was down. It was a nice day. It's hot
right,
out there, and
right.
he had like a bandana. He had something around his head. He just looked like superstar. So I'm like,
Got you.
Dutch is who Dutch is. So I'm like,
Right, right.
this got to be who he talking about.
Right, right, right. And you had the courage to follow through though. This is
Yeah.
stuff that I think people overlook. You had the courage to follow through and now you have a relationship, that's genuine, that's still growing and has a lot of potential and so much more that can come out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. I find to me that's just like God energy to me. You know what I mean? Like this is meant to be. You know, and you can't deny a lot of the different relationships and stuff that you have in a space where, and these people are watching you grind and overcome from nothing. People, y'all have to understand this is the start. When you talk about the definition, and this is not like a downplay, because I like when people say I'm starting from the bottom, starting from the mud, getting from the mud, and this and that. She really getting it from the mud.
Yeah, we getting it from the mud.
From the this is ground up stuff. This is what they call in the other side crass roots. This is you know what I mean? We can flip it any way we want to, but this is it right here. You're watching it. And I know, so when y'all catch this interview later, because y'all missed the first wave of it, and now y'all blowing her up, it's too late. Because she's already built the relationships that she needed to move forward and grow. And now y'all got to try to get her when she's unreachable. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like, and I don't want you to slight this. I take this right here to me is such an honor. It really is, because I know you're busy. I know you don't have, and you when you said you called me out the other day, I said, oh, you know what, sis, right? I gotta stop playing around, messing with this woman time, man. Hold on, yep, 6 o'clock. I got you. Let's get this thing done. But I didn't want to miss the opportunity. I had a lot on my plate too that I was working through. No excuses. We get it done, right? And that's what we're doing now. So you gave me so much of your time, so much of just so much good information. Like, people, if you're an inspiring anything, and you listen to this interview with Samantha Thompson, Miss Lady Leo Films, and you don't get inspired, your vision dead, bro. Give it up. Because this is amazing.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
This is amazing.
And I hate to toot my own horn, but
toot it. Let's talk.
Nothing I said here, nothing I said here, or if nothing I said here on this interview inspires you to get off your behind, your lazy behind. I'm going to say lazy because sometimes, most times, it's not just because, the financial part or somebody told you you can't do it. Sometimes it's lazy. You're just lazy. So get off your lazy behind. Like I said, if nothing I said tonight on this interview causes you to get up and get to work, something wrong.
Something wrong.
And you're gonna miss out on your blessing. You might be going up beyond it sooner than you know.
That part though. No, that's awesome. Listen, this has been amazing, eye-opening. And we'll do this again. We'll follow up when you drop some of these other projects. So if you don't mind, I would love to interview you again. And continue to grow and build with you. And even though I'm not an actor per se, you know, one day I might be able to jump on something if you would have me.
Listen,
I'll come
do a
through
little
if I
cameo
can.
Or something.
Yeah, I'll be a little extra. I could be a little muscle.
You was supposed to be. You and your
wife,
the missus was supposed to
listen,
be. Yeah.
And I was mad. I couldn't do that. I was so mad. But you know what? Well, one thing I learned about me, I want to do everything, but I have to stay in my lane and take care of what I need to take care of first. So I'm learning that about myself. It's like nobody's perfect. We all learning, you know what I mean? Because I get inspired and I'd be wanting to move, and my bank account is built different. I can't do everything that I want.
And timing is everything, you know.
Timing is everything. I believe that.
That probably wasn't the time for you to be.
Right.
So timing is everything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Samantha, this is your time. I see it. This is your time. Hold on to it, sis. Enjoy the ride. Right now, what I would encourage you, if you may, and I'll leave you with this because this interview has really motivated me even more. What I would encourage you to do is to enjoy and have peace in all that you're doing now. Everything is going to work out for you because your heart and your mind is in the right place. Your desire, your why is correct. everything is in line, and everything that done came against you already, and you still here making it happen. This is your time, sis. You about to shine for real, and we're proud of you here. This is God's fault that she here, so be mad at God. Don't be mad at her. Be mad at God because she ain't never quit. She here. She here now. Y'all got to deal with it.
So don't be mad at me.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Hey, sis, listen. I appreciate you coming through. We're excited for your future to see everything that you're gonna do, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. It was an honor. And before I get out of here, I just want to say, stay tuned because the next project I'm dropping, and it may be before I drop Liquor Series 2, is my short project called The Invite. So I'm dropping that. And it's a short, so it's going to go on YouTube because it's short.
Okay.
But it's short and good. So stay tuned because that should be dropping sometime next month. I might get it because wait, this month about to be over this week. So
yes.
So yeah, sometime next month it'll be dropping. So stay tuned.
And what's the name of it again? Say it one more time.
It's called The Invite.
The Invite.
And then I got Equal Love, a short film. Both of those two will be on YouTube. And what else I got real quick? Christmas later on this year, and Liquor Series. Liquor Series is coming, and I'm hoping to get it to y'all before the summer.
All right, that's dope. So listen, thank you so much. This is God's fault. This is your boy Niger, aka King's Caliber, the comeback king. We here with Samantha Thompson.
It's God's fault.
Out there. Appreciate it, sis. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Here.
God bless you.
No doubt. Thank you.